Hey, real ones, welcome back to the Let's Be So For Real podcast. We talk about life, relationships, and the mess in between.
You know it. This is your safe space for honest convos, bad decisions, and real life combos.
If you're new here, I'm Miko.
And I'm Akari. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Grab your bevy and get cozy because today's combo is going to be lit. I'm hungry.
Oh, you're hungry. All right, guys. So we have, I think, a pretty good conversation today. You know, we want to dive into a little bit of scandal. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people know about this topic that we'll talk about, but we also want to hear from you. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below and give us your feelings, your take about it.
And follow all our socials, please.
Also too, so diving straight into it, we're going to talk about the Kristy and Desmond quote unquote scandal that's going on.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening.
I can't either, to be honest with you. They were the last ones that I thought that was going to go through this, but it's allegedly Desmond cheated on Kristy. Oh, maybe we should backtrack a little bit. Actually, for those who don't know who Desmond and Kristy are, they are influencers that they really took off on TikTok, but
they started on YouTube.
I didn't even know that. I think I more so know them for the short form content, but they have 2 sons. They've been married for forever, I think since 2014,
almost a decade.
But they had been together since they were like kids, like in high school and whatnot. So sweethearts, high school sweethearts. We hate to see them go, but maybe are they meant to last through? Can you really last through all those different changes and whatnot? So we'll talk about that as well. But yeah, so they're influencers. They're pretty public about their interactions with each other. At least so we thought, honestly.
Yeah.
You hide different things with Instagram, but yeah, so Desmond cheated on Kristy,
which is just insane, bro. This is
such a sideline.
It's a very like, oh my god, this really happened, because they just bought a house, like legit just bought a house. And I know Kristy from her doing her shenanigans in heels and running in heels. She always does this. She always puts on her heels and then she slaps her foot and starts like doing backflips. That's how I know her. And then I thought her husband was the funny guy that has the funny laugh in the background. That's how
he wasn't even cooking in her originally too. So like she does her own fashion lifestyle content, and now he has his own like cooking content. But definitely was more so like her on the front line than it was him.
Yeah, I think they definitely have their 2 separate personalities and different accounts, but they do come together to, I think it's the Scots. I think that's what they were on YouTube for a long time. That's where they mostly got their popularity, and then they launched their TikTok in March of 2020, and then they got pretty well known off of that.
Apparently Kristy filed for divorce on December 30th of last year. But then, Desmond publicly came out on social media stating like he was sorry for, sorry to Kristy, sorry to his family and his fan base about, everything that transpired. Apparently she has like screenshots and stuff like that. And, even went so far as proving that he bought his mistress things with their joint account. And if that's not adding insult to injury, I don't know what is.
And people are calling him gay too about it. And I'm just like,
what? Really?
Yeah. People saying that he cheated with him, allegedly, that he cheated with a man instead of a woman, which I don't. He might have feminine like energies. I mean, there's a lot of straight men that have feminine like energy around them, or they act feminine but they're really straight. That that gets him, but you can't call a man gay because
allegedly. I don't think that's something
allegedly.
that, unless you have like solid proof, I don't think that that's really anything.
I don't think no. But with this, so he said that she filed divorce in December. He put out a statement on January 10th, right?
Yes.
And then
get that. Get that.
Yeah. And then he was caught kissing, what's her name? Marissa
Springer, 24. They were photographed together in a bar in Texas. I mean, like, they were going in.
I know. They were, oof. When I saw that, I was like, damn.
I mean, he was, arms wrapped around her hands were all on his face.
She was straddled. She was straddled. I mean, you can tell they were drunk and stuff, but like, wasn't that like, what, January 15th? That's what this came
January 15th, yeah.
Yeah, TMZ is nosy. I just know that's like, oh my God, thank God I'm not famous because TMZ is nosy.
But that's the thing. It's like, you would think that, I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of times, and I think this is the difference between celebrities and influencers. I feel like celebrities, you have like this training, so to speak, for
you have some PR training, basically.
Right. And then for influencers, you don't really have that, because I feel like you rise and fall with different types of trends and stuff like that.
And you still think
so you don't really have that PR training, right? And it's like, you would think, probably, that maybe smacking on a girl at a bar 5 days after you made an official apology would not look good. But
he should have waited. Honestly, he should have waited. I'm like, you could have 3 months, at least 3 months, to be to yourself and take it all in. But dang, right after, then again, like, emotions can make you do crazy things. But like you said, like, there's no training when it comes down to influencers, because they're normal people becoming famous, basically.
Yeah, and I think it's like a respect thing too, for real, because I feel like even if you and Kristy don't work out, right? Like, obviously people go through things. Y'all have been together since y'all were kids. Y'all grew up, and maybe the relationship didn't allow y'all to grow in the way that you really wanted, right? But at the end of the day, technically y'all are still married, technically speaking, right? Even though, he put out content now that he's in a new kitchen and cooking and things like that, which you still have to think about things like, it is a really nice kitchen. But you really have to think about the optics of it sometimes. You have to think about, how would this affect, Kristy? How would this affect kids? You know what I mean? Like, and I know that they're still young, right? I don't think they're young enough to really like gossip or anything like that, but this could be something that follows them for a little bit. You know what I mean? And optics really do matter, and keeping that in mind for like your brand and stuff like that, because his brand, I feel like, is not fully established. Like, Kristy, on the other hand, her brand is established. She's lifestyle fashion influencer. I think she's gone to the Met before. Yeah,
she used to be an IT engineer before this whole social media thing too.
Yeah. So it's like,
oh, okay.
I didn't know that. That's a good fun fact. But she has a lot of things going for her. And I think not saying that he doesn't have a lot of things going for him either, but I just feel like in terms of, the difference between his career and her career when it comes to being a social media influencer, hers is more established than he is. So in the sense of just taking it personal stuff out, right? Because we're not in the relationship, we never will know. But just coming from a business standpoint, I would be more careful of how I'm presented during this period, because my brand is so new, because I don't really have all the partnerships and the brand deals and stuff like that he has the potential to get, right? But something like this, seeing him in this light, it definitely can stop from having more of the mainline sponsorships.
Yeah, and honestly, it comes down to the questions. I was like, why did this, like, what made him push him to do this and made him allegedly cheat on her? And a lot of people were saying, like, oh, like, by the videos, he looks annoyed, he looks done and over with, he looks like he was already packed up and gone because she's annoying or her shenanigans got too much. And I think, I mean, yeah, if you see it from that perspective, yes, he looked annoyed, yes, he looked over with, like he's done. But I don't know,
I also don't know if it's because of the content either, or if it was just like something that they're going through.
Yeah. And the fact that he said that he did sit down with Kristy before this happened and tell her, like, we want to separate. But I feel like, allegedly, I don't know if this is true or not, Kristy is a Jehovah's Witness. And if you guys don't know what a Jehovah's Witness is basically somebody who's actually, do you know the definition? I don't know the definition straight off the bat, girl.
Yeah, so in correlation to the situation, Jehovah's Witnesses believe that getting divorced for any reason is really not allowed.
Yeah.
But it is more socially accepted, or it's accepted by the church when it comes down to infidelity.
Right.
And an irrevocable, like, difference type of thing.
So basically, the way to get out of a marriage, if you do something wrong in the marriage, like cheating, or the community find disapproval in you and they can cut off the marriage from that.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe she tried to save the marriage in that point and he tried to work it out after and it just didn't work. And I don't know.
Nor do I think that it would be fair to really give either one of them hate, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, especially not Kristy. In this, from the outside looking in, she really didn't do anything wrong, right? You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't the one that perpetrated against the other person, or she wasn't the one that transgressed in a way, in a situation, because it was him that was cheating and allegedly his cheating was what led to the divorce, right? But obviously there's outside factors of saying, like, he wanted already to get a divorce, right? But my thing is like we kind of touched on before, is a respect that, you know what I mean? Like, if you didn't want that, if you didn't want the relationship and you truly said, okay, well, let's just work on it, and work on it.
Right.
Cheat while I'll work on it type of thing.
Yeah, I don't think he should have done that, honestly. Because, like, what do you get out of it? Like, we know what he got out of it. I know, but again, I feel like these people should, like, he should have known, like, you've been in the social media gang for so long.
For a while.
You've seen the apologies, you've seen the drama that goes on, regardless if you're in that content or not. I feel like you kind of get adjust to, like, what it should be done and not should be done, even with art PR training. I feel like that's common sense. Like, people are going to know your face. You're going to a public place with no bodyguards, nobody around you, no manager, nobody. You can't be a normal person, unfortunately. And I feel like people still don't get it. Like, you can't be normal anymore.
Well, you can be normal, but, like, don't just be more mindful of what you do. Yeah.
Like, everybody's around you. Fans are around you, and they will pick up a camera. This is not the 90s anymore.
No. Or you can go to a hotel and no one question why you go to a hotel.
Yeah, they'd be like,
oh. But that's a good point, though, to be honest, because it's like you have so many eyes on you. And I honestly, it's hard for me to believe, because we'll say this, Marissa Springer, the 24-year-old that he was making out with, she's a model. So you're in that same kind of influencer celebrity type space already. Didn't hear about her before this scandal. That's one thing I want to mention. But also, too, it's hard for me to believe that she didn't know who he was. I saw a statement where she was stating that she didn't know who he was. 1, 2, that she wasn't the one that he cheated on Kristy with. And do I believe it? No. But who am I? But so I just feel like it's like one of those things is like, and plus there's Google. You know what I mean? And on top of all of that, all those things, why are you making out with a random guy like that at a bar?
Plus you're
you know what I mean?
Then
like
again,
it's optics for you too. Like you have a career as a model, so why not value your image a little bit more?
Then again, does it even affect models like that? I feel like it don't. Then again, when do you ever hear about a model like doing crazy stuff? I feel like I don't hear anything about them. I mean, I don't know. Interesting.
No, I really don't. Like I feel like you being a model, I feel like that is like the epitome of PR training. Like well, no, I would say maybe K-pop groups was like the epitome of PR training, but
God, strict training.
But like as an individual that has gone through modeling school and stuff like that, like it wasn't like school. It's not like we took classes, but I had formal training, I should say. So they teach you angles, but they also teach you how to answer questions, how to do different interviews, because the training wasn't just for modeling, it was for like acting and stuff like that as well.
Right.
They teach you these things, right? I'm not saying that everyone has the luxury or whatever to go to a training such as that, but it's 2026. Like I feel like if you wanted the knowledge of how to elevate your presence or be more marketable, there's ways for you to look it up and get training in doing so.
That's
even if it's like something like you said, like common sense.
I don't know what's going through his brain, because that was a shock to me. Because who else was a shock? The Ace family, right?
Yeah, they're not really shocked though. Like, yes, they went through the same scandal, but people are saying because he cheated on what's her name, Catherine, Dolores Catherine. He cheated on her so many times to where it's like, yeah, we're shocked, but like, are we shocked?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's done it so many times before, so I was like, are we really shocked? If anything, I would have been more shocked that she left him than
when I heard that story, when she was saying her story, I'm like, girl, you do Lulu, because ain't no way ain't no way you stayed that long knowing what you know and you stayed, girl. I know, understand, like, oh, the kids. I'm like, the kids will understand, okay? The kids will understand
at some point,
at some point, but do it for you. Like, don't do it for your sanity. Don't, the kids can come after. Just kidding. No. But no, I feel like, girl, why? And she was like, oh, I didn't want him to get hate. I didn't want him to do that. Girl, what about you? What about you?
Yeah, you would have got hate either way.
Who cares about his image? What about your image?
He did those things to you, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought she was Delulu. I was like, girl, I could never.
I couldn't either, to be honest with you. That's like one thing, because I feel like, especially when it comes to marriage, you know what I mean? Like that's different.
Yeah.
I just feel like, because when you're dating someone, if you're talking to someone, obviously you don't have that, like, you have the moral obligation, but you don't have the legal obligation. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So to me, it just, people were like, oh, what's the difference? It's just a title. It's just papers. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in a higher earning bracket.
That's so true.
Like, now you have to sit here and you just built this whole new house.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're gonna have to divide the house. Obviously, he's not getting the house, because assuming that since he moved out, she's gonna keep the house.
Right.
But now y'all gotta divide up assets. We don't know what their financial affairs were like, and like, that's, I guess, the beauty of having two independent brands, essentially, that and them not being so closely tied together. Like, you still have the family stuff that we're talking about earlier, but it's like you still to have some type of identity, which is good. Hopefully the divorce isn't just messy. That's all. If anything, for the children's sake.
Yeah, I feel like you should always try to keep the children safe and happy at the end of it. Like, even in a messy divorce, don't bring the children into your shenanigans and into that. Don't argue.
Do you want to live with mommy or do you want to live with daddy?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Have a room for both of them at your house.
Exactly.
That's all.
Exactly. That's all you need. They think at the end of the day, like, ooh, I got 2 big houses to go to every single time and double the presents. That's all they think.
To be honest.
That's all they care about. That's all in their mind. They don't need to be sat down and be like, listen, they're not teenagers. They aren't.
Well, I feel like that conversation still should be had, to be honest with you, because a lot of things that arise from kids, I feel like emotionally are harder to identify, right? And when you have those conversations of like, okay, this is what is happening between mom and dad, how does that make you feel? Yeah. So if you have the conversation of that, I feel like it opens the floor for them to ask questions and be more aware, even though if they don't fully understand at that time, they still like at least will have some type of knowledge, and it's not just like, oh, all that energy and all that thinking is coming back on them. Maybe it was us doing something to stress them out, or because like it or not, kids' worlds, they revolve around themselves, right? So obviously if there's negative energy going around, they're gonna put it on themselves subconsciously, of course. But so yeah, hopefully just out of it that they don't lose sight of their kids. I don't think they would turn into like the toxic couple, co-parenting couple, but hopefully they can do it nicely. The one thing that I don't like about the situation, I don't even know why this such and such so-and-so had to put his doggone 2 cents in it, but Kevin Gates made a comment about it for whatever reason, but we'll show you guys the video now.
Hey, Desmond Scott, I just want to say I salute you, brother, and I'm praying for you. You nice looking, you fly, you're intelligent, and you know how to cook. It's no woman on God's earth that wouldn't want you. So just ignore the hate, because right now you about to go way up in the air. Now use the hate that you receiving right now for your motivation to prepare you for. Fuck what the internet talking about. Them just miserable people. Say you wasn't happy. You did something to make you happy. The only thing I wouldn't have did was apologize. You had to ask me, Kevin, what you get? I want to slung that dick. Why? What up? That's what I wouldn't did. I'm doing all the cooking, all the cleaning. No black man should leave the home without his dick sucked. Straight like that.
Yeah, so like after watching that video, it's just like, why are you talking right now? Why do you have anything to say? Like, any relationship that you've been in has been successful, because from my understanding, he's not even married or anything right now, right?
I don't think so.
So it's just like not that anything that he was saying was inherently wrong, but I feel like it's the sentiment of, well, fuck her, there's more people that's gonna come along. Excuse my French, but that's the feeling that I get from this. And the part that I have the most issue with is like, she hasn't done anything from what we see wrong, right? And even if you had problems within your relationship, that doesn't give you grounds to cheat. It doesn't. So I feel like at the end of the day, if y'all have issues, if they're not satisfying you in that moment or in whatever season that you're in, and if you truly tried to make it better, get a divorce.
Yeah.
It's not like y'all can't afford it, to be honest, or if we're being quite frank. So I just feel like it would have been less messy for them to just separate. Like, if you truly can't come to your differences and separate, not be like weak in that moment, and because it takes a lot of little moments to add to something big.
Yeah, that's so
right.
True.
And so, but yeah, so my whole issue with that video of him saying it's like, yes, he's a catch, yes, he's this, that, and third, but you're not even stopping to acknowledge the wrong that he did do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like it's minimizing cheating. Like, it's okay to do it if you truly are unhappy, but that's not the case.
That's not the case at all. It comes down to respect at the end of the day, and how much respect do you have for that person. But also, shit, what I was gonna say. Oh shit, what I was gonna say. I don't remember. Never mind. I don't remember. Fuck. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Anyways,
We'll cut that out. It's okay.
yeah. Anyways, I guess let's move on from that. So
How do you feel about the Kevin Gates, like, the video, like what he said about the situation?
honestly, I feel like people need to stop butting in or putting their information into other people's situations. Like, I understand the public, but that's what I was gonna say. People are praising Desmond. Like, a lot of men or a lot of women too are praising Desmond for, like, don't worry about it, like, there's always another fish in the sea, or blah blah blah, whatever they say. And I'm like, I feel like, and Kristy is getting hate, and I'm just like, I feel like none of them should get praise or hate towards this. You both were wrong well, not wrong, but either Kristy didn't live up to
a hand to play.
Yeah, Kristy either didn't live up to something that Desmond really wanted from her, or whatever the case is, and she just didn't live up to his expectations, or he was over their routine, or what it is, and maybe he wanted to explore more because they didn't get that chance because they were at the hip since high school. Like, that can happen. And then also on Desmond's part, like, bro, you should have just actually sat down and talked to her and drill it into her and be like, listen, or separate yourself from her.
Yeah,
you have the funds to get another house or an apartment and take time away from there. I know it's way too late for you now, buddy, but you could have got an apartment, because a lot of people do that. They will get an apartment, still be with that person, but get an apartment, relax, and figure out what they really want, and come back and maybe try again or end it.
Yeah, no, it's just final. Yeah,
and I'm like, I think that like, they're both not angels. They're not angels at all. They're human beings. They are regular people going through this. And also, I feel like people need to stop photoshopping Desmond into different situations. Like, I don't know, I was looking,
photoshopping?
Yeah, they're photoshopping him with a man, they're photoshopping him with the Marissa girl, and I'm like, they just met at that bar. Where are the boats coming from, girl? Like, what?
No, see, that's the thing. Like, I honestly don't think that they would have just met randomly at a bar. Maybe it's just me.
Maybe it's just me. But I'm looking at, like, right now, I'm looking at a thumbnail, and this thumbnail has Desmond kissing some woman's shoulder. Like, girl, where did you get that photo? One. Why? And then another photo of him with a man outside of, like, a boat or something, and the man is in a towel. I'm like, where did you get this picture? And that's another thing. Like, why are you downgrading somebody? Like, I get it. He cheated, but doesn't mean you take his picture and AI it to make him look more bad. Like, he's on a yacht with somebody.
Yeah, because that's not only just harmful to him, that's harmful to Kristy too. Because now she's thinking, like, what if, I'm not saying that she's this gullible, and obviously everything that we're seeing is conjecture and just alleged, right?
Because we don't want to get sued.
Yeah, cheating is cheating. That's already confirmed with, their divorce and stuff like that. And I want to talk about the divorce more specifically too. But it's just like, you're not just hurting him, you're hurting her as well. Like, she's already having to relive this moment when she cares about it in social media. And this is going to follow her for a hot minute. You know what I mean? Not just in personal life, but work as well, because you have to have to continue with the image if you so choose to like continue to go through and stuff like that. And hopefully it doesn't affect. I don't imagine that it would affect any brand deals that she has. And
no.
I would be more so inclined to think that it would affect Desmond in that way more than her. But I think one thing too that she did really smart about the divorce is that she, instead of stating like forgot the specific legal jargon, but basically the way that she worded it was more so specific in saying that the divorce is happening scratch that. The divorce is happening because of his infidelity, not just that, you know, there's unreconcilable differences. She went so far to say is that the divorce is needed because of the infidelity, and there is no they can't reconcile their differences. So I feel like that's kind of smart on her behalf, because it kind of protects her assets in doing that, because it's really just, it's nothing. I think in the state of Texas, it kind of, the verbiage that she uses kind of puts the blame on him. And then when it comes down to parsing things out financially, it's more so in favor of her.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that's a smart thing to do, because not only are you protecting yourself from that, and she like deleted all the family content and stuff like that. So now that there's no messiness of, oh, well, this post that was a family content persisted to get views and likes and stuff like that, and garnished wages, instead of it just, you know, continuing on. And then I feel like that would have just made it so I kind of wanted to point that out.
It makes her a better human, honestly, in like mature, because most women don't care. They will milk that money all they want, or the man will milk that money all they want. But I feel like it shows a lot of maturity of that, and I appreciate that she actually did that. And just, it's respect, honestly, at the end of the day,
and protecting what you've built so far,
right, and protecting yourself as well. But I want to read out this comment that Abba and Preach has made on their video, because they also did a little podcast on this situation, and I want to get your perspective on this, our audience who is listening. So it says, apparently if you're attractive, some people believe that is crazy that you get cheated on, as if being attractive buys you loyalty or draws great character to you, as if unattractive or poor people are more deserving for infidelity. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like that the statement is true, right? Like it doesn't matter if you're super pretty or the opposite. I don't want to say ugly, but you know, the opposite of pretty. It doesn't matter, right? Like it doesn't matter your financial status. It doesn't matter. No one deserves to be cheated on. Like, in my opinion. Well, if you cheated on the other person and they cheated on you,
no cheating, guys.
Plus negative equals a positive. That's all I'll say on that. But you know, I still don't think that it would be good. Obviously, you're just making a bad situation worse. As the jokes that I crack, yes, but still, it just, there's no rightness to it, no matter how you slice it. So for me, I just feel like it doesn't matter, you know, your status, but also too, I am guilty of being like, I mean, if you're gonna cheat on me with someone that looked good. You know what I mean?
I'm dead.
Like, at least
she said I'm guilty.
Upgrade. You know what I mean? Like in high school, I remember. In high school, I remember this little situation where I won't name names, because to be honest with you, I don't remember the girl's name. That's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
But it was like my first little like boyfriend in high school or whatever, and you know, I found out, mind you, I was in a small school. Like we had 200 and something kids in my high school. That was all the grades. And I came into school that one day, and then it's just like, oh, normal day, da 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 da. I'm like, oh, where is X, Y, and Z? And then people were like, oh, I don't know. And then around like, I want to say second or third period, people were coming up to me, hugging me, and I'm so sorry. And in my head, I'm thinking like, wait, did it's like something happened with my family members and like teachers can't get a hold of me yet? You know what I mean? Like something happened while I was at school type of thing. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? So we get to Spanish, and that's because that's the class that this person and I had together. And I'm just like, he's not there. But people are saying that he's here. I'm like, what is going on? Like this, I was literally was the last thing that I would have thought. But come to find out is that he cheated, and everyone else found out, but I didn't know. So that was like the first level of it. Like, okay, you cheated. Screw you.
Right.
Second, everyone else and their mother knows. Screw you again.
Right.
And then 3, PAD resistant. You did it with someone that was not cuter than me. You did it with shark bait. Ooh ha ha. Like, brother, what? So as you can tell, I'm still a little miffed about it because it's just like I'm still in disbelief. And it wasn't just like a little thing. Like, y'all were sexting. No. Pictures of her went around the high school. Mind you, this is why I pointed out the size of the school, because it matters.
Right. Yeah.
That's why everyone else knew before I did. And and she ended up getting expelled for that, and the girl that was like spreading it around got expelled too.
Damn.
Which I'm not saying she was doing the Lord's work, but
how'd she get it?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I'm like, am I so out of the loop that I didn't see nothing? Like, y'all didn't tell me nothing.
Right.
And he was just like, oh, don't break up with me. Da. Brother, what? No. Pause.
Excuse me?
You're done.
Like, we're finished.
And that was like the next thing that I want to mention is like, I can't. No, if you cheat on me, no, we're done.
Right.
There's nothing.
There's no.
I don't trust you.
Yeah.
I don't respect you. So no.
Yeah. No.
Like no.
We're done.
So now, if anything like that happens to anyone, do you guys think that you would move on from that?
See, I couldn't tell you. I really could not tell you because I never got cheated on before, so I can't tell you.
She cheated lucky about over here. They cheated on.
Oh no, I had some toxic.
Do you think you would feel like you would kind of be like, okay? I mean, like,
no, because like
at least
a cheater, a cheater is a cheater at the end of the day. Like, why would I? If you can't be loyal to me now, then how are you gonna be loyal to me later? These girls ain't loyal.
You better find somebody.
No. Yeah, no. I think that's
fine as wine in the summertime. I don't care. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. I was talking to Sunny. We I don't even know how we got on this topic, but it was like, don't cheat on me. And at the very least, if you cheat on me, don't cheat on me with, I'm not even gonna say it, someone of a specific race. Okay. Because, not because I'm racist, because I'm not. Because you've gone out your way to tell me that that's not your type. Right. You know what I mean?
Yes. Maybe doing that.
if they're not your type, don't let me find out, please, because
that you went after a type that you don't like.
I will become Bruce Lee, Samuel Jackson, Medea, all in one. We'll catch L. Do you hear me? Don't let us be married.
I'll definitely be there, front row, popcorn ready, Bevy ready. Like, let's see the fight. Ding ding.
I'm gonna be like, Medea, why you hang brother? I'm a different beast, bro. I don't do with the lack of respect, and I feel like, especially when I feel like you're playing on my face.
Yeah,
that's the part that kind of gets me the most, and that's why about the statement that you asked about, That would be like the only thing that I feel like I would be guilty of is not necessarily like, no, I don't feel like people that are different or socially viewed as less than would be more deserving of it than others. But my thinking is just like, at least go higher. Don't regress.
Right. And I kind of want to put this in here at blesscutie01. I feel like they said this perfectly. A cheater doesn't have a type. They have a character flaw.
D. Clock
it. You deserve that 3.3k likes. Bless cutie, because you blessed with that. You're blessed with that. You deserve it.
Yeah, and I feel like cheaters are kind of like glorified, don't you think?
Yeah,
like I feel like it is. If it's like a man that's doing it, it's like, oh,
it's very glorified. But even females like too, it's very funny. Like, yeah, girl, you cheat on him back.
I don't see that as often as I do for men. Anyways, like I feel like a lot of times when it comes like a public perspective, right? It's like if a woman cheats, oh, she's this, that, and the third. Like, you were saying the other day, like Cardi B and
yeah.
What's his name?
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, is it Stephon Diggs? Yeah, but we're not saying that.
Oh no. He made her almost ex-husband. What's his name?
Offset.
Yeah, Offset. Yeah, Offset.
Yeah. So like, it's just one of those things. Like, I'm glad I didn't really hear nobody come into Offset's defense. Like,
no, he's been doing that.
Why would you?
Publicly for years.
That's the thing too. Like, they have kids too. Like,
yeah,
she got how many kids? 4 kids by him.
Four kids, I think.
So it's like, love the continuity and the father, right?
Yeah,
love that for your kids. But like, brother,
yeah,
and that's 4 with her. He's got other kids too.
Exactly. But then again, Desmond, you should take Cardi B's approach, because she waited a long time before she got with Stephon Diggs. She waited.
Hello.
She waited, even though her divorce was still going.
She actually courted the mother. Yeah, she courted him. I don't know, girl. You don't gotta be saying something now. She courted him. They dated.
Yeah.
And I think they're engaged now.
Are they?
Good on her.
Yeah, good on her. So. Yeah,
because he proposed to her at a game or something like that.
Oh, really? Oh, that's so cute. I mean, props for her. I mean, they went through a lot of public things. Their whole marriage was public, but it's good that she's in a healthy relationship. And I think a lot of people were bashing her, like, how could you have a baby with this man? You just did it. I'm like, she did it right though. She got with a man. She had kids by him. They didn't work out. She publicly tried to leave. She got brought back in, her being Delulu, but and then she broke it off. They finally ended a divorce, but divorces can take a couple years. She waited how long, whatever.
I don't think she waited years.
No, she didn't wait years.
It was at least 9 months.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not really 9 months, because they have a child together now, and the baby was born in November, I think.
Oh, it was a couple months in between though, but it was still an ongoing divorce. But no one's gonna wait that long for a divorce to be final, especially nowadays.
Yeah, they broke up in December 2023.
Yeah,
Cardi B and Offset.
And when she get with Stephon Diggs?
Cut this part out.
Okay.
When did Cardi and Offset? When did Cardi and Diggs start dating? October of 24, so a whole year later.
Yeah, so a year. Okay, so yeah, all right. She waited a year.
Obviously, I'm sure she went on dates with other people.
Of course.
Too, but that's you don't hear a Cardi B out here macking on another dude, like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we're not saying that she's perfect or anything. She's not perfect, but Offset legit publicly cheated on her. Publicly. He didn't give two shits. Like, he was on I think there was a video where he was on Kai Sinet's stream, and he went off with a girl in the back, and they were gone for a minute. Excuse me. Yeah. It's public knowledge. I mean, not public knowledge, there's public evidence.
See, that's the thing. It's like, that to me, that's the part that would piss me off, because you're doing it so publicly. And I tell Nikki this, I'm like, I'm not a fan of putting myself in a situation where I know something can be negative, right? So that's like, I'm not gonna go somewhere that's in a room full of dudes by myself.
Yeah,
you won't catch me. It's a safety thing. It's an image thing. Even though I ain't famous or nothing like that, but I'm saying, like, I just don't want to put myself in that situation to mess up my relationship, or, you know, mess up an image, or have people thinking that they can do something when they can't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just one of those instances. Now, I mean, hell, Desmond, if that's what you want, honey, like, if you want people in your DMs, if you want people being like, oh, you should have been da, you know, something like that. Like, okay, fine. Continue to do what you're doing, right? Continue to knock on random women fucking bars. But I don't know. It's the lack of respect for me. Like, you didn't respect Kristy enough to at least publicly wait a little bit longer. Like, you just released, and that's another thing. Going back to ugly ass Kevin Gates.
She really doesn't like Kevin Gates.
his insides is ugly to me. But going back to what he said, he's like, I wouldn't have apologized. You're not gonna apologize for cheating on your wife?
No, that's the right thing that Desmond did. He did apologize.
That's the least that you could do.
Right.
And that's not saying grovel. That's not saying, oh, baby, take me back. Make confessions part 3. That's not saying
don't
that.
Don't be like Offset.
Yeah, like, don't be that person. Don't be the person that isn't respectful. You know, not saying that Desmond did. Obviously, he did the right thing in this instance, right, of apologizing and whatnot. But don't be like Kevin Gates.
Yeah.
Don't think that just because, you know, and everyone loves a girl's girl. But don't be a Delulu girl's girl. Don't be like, oh, well, Kristy, the whole 9. But also, don't be a guy's guy. Yeah. Don't be Kevin Gates.
Yeah, no, don't do that. What's that song that goes up with the girl's girl? By what's her name? She just recently got popular out of nowhere. Let me find it, y'all. Hold on. Let me find it, because this goes like, I wanna be his girl's girl, but happens when a girl's girl likes a boy. I know that she's my friend, but I just can't avoid. That's all.
I don't know nothing about that song.
Really?
That's a new one
it's
for
so
me.
Cute, but it's like, oh my god, it's a cute song. But also, I feel like a song called Dollhouse is another perfect way how Kristy and Desmond's situation is. So basically, the song Dollhouse is about a family who has a picture perfect life from the outside, but once you open the door, you see like it's a mess. The mom's a mess. She's on drugs. Dad's cheating all the time. Brother's taking drugs, and the little girl is just like, why is this happening? Why do we have a fake face in front of people, but underneath the curtains we're a mess? And I think that's what Kristy was trying to do, to cover that they're not having problems on social media, because you don't know, like, influence paint a fantasy in front of their followers and they don't know. And I know a lot of people think these are skits and stuff like that they're doing, but they truly don't know. I feel like you, when we were talking about this, you brought it up that you wish that couples kind of dabbled in showing their followers a little bit the negative side of things. And you don't have to go in depth in showing you guys fighting and all that, but like,
the toxic stuff. But show the resolve.
Yes.
And not even the resolve, the outcome. Yeah, we talked about that in the last podcast. What? Yeah, we talked about that in the last podcast, and it was just like, why? I think that the reason why a lot of the importance of representation, right, is just that, representation. Whether it's positive or negative, that can be argued, but at least when it comes to like having these couple accounts, like I want to see where people are saying like, yeah, this is what's going on in our life. We don't really want to talk about it, we don't want to hash it out, but we wanted to be transparent with y'all because we show y'all the good, we should also show you bad,
right,
and show y'all how we're working through it, show y'all that we're still committed to each other, and that we're still committed to what we're trying to achieve in life. So and it's very capable, it's very doable, to present that. And I think a lot of fan bases would appreciate that more, instead of it just being like blindsided, kind of like it was, right?
Yeah, with this, yeah. And I feel like to what you're saying, like I feel like you have more control instead of all these drama channels just making up stuff and putting out made up stuff, and like you have more control of what's getting put out because you already put it out. And you can tell if they're putting out fake stuff, because you're like, I didn't say that, I didn't do that, right. We talked about this and here's the evidence,
right? Yeah.
That's why I feel bad for both of them, that these drama channels are just AIing pictures and saying some random stuff. I get that's your opinion, but where are the facts out there? Like, come on. But
and that's one thing. People don't like TMZ, but they get their shit together.
They do. They're nosy though. They nosy. Like, what random writer just looks up Kristy Sarah in the divorce courts and like, oh my gosh, look at that, she filed for a divorce. Like, what in a barnacle?
I feel like it had to have been leaked by somebody.
Maybe, but I was like, that's random. like, oh, I'm just gonna look up a divorce thing. Let's see if we can find something. You like, oh, look at this. I think Squidward would be like bombastic side eye, and you like, bro, really? You were that bored? You were that bored?
Bombastic side eye.
Bombastic side eye. Oh my god.
But yeah, there's a quote too. It's that I saw with all the things going on. It says, while experienced people, because mind you, they were together since they were young. While experiencing people romantically, you also are given the gift of experiencing different versions of yourself. And this process unlocks a deeper level of intimacy. I think that is very, very true. So do you think that people idolize high school couples too much?
Yes. And I feel like it doesn't work anymore in this day and age. I feel like back in the 80s, 90s, maybe, and earlier than that, that was like a thing, and that always happens. Like, oh, I'm gonna marry my sweetheart, because you guys are best friends, you've been through the ups and downs in high school, through all the drama, so that's the best parents. But I feel like now, people glorify it, and you have to. And it's like, oh, they're such a cute couple, because the social media is much bigger now, and everybody's oversharing their relationship on social media, and the girls will fantasize it, and especially the women. The women will take it to 100 to 1,000 up there. No question asked.
Be a little delulu sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. You can be delulu, but not that delulu. I'm like, dang, girl. Okay, like, honestly, I'm gonna probably out myself. Like, I do not fantasize, but I do like think it's cute when I see like cute high school couples. They're just walking down with holding hands. I'm like, oh, these babies. I'm like, damn, I didn't have that. Why did I not have that? And I'm just like, oh, these cute couples. And I'm like, oh, but I would not force myself into a relationship just to have that.
I think that it also comes down to like the reason why we have influencers is because people want to live vicariously through someone else.
Yes.
Right? So if you have a fan base like this, it's like, oh, I've always wanted to have, that type of relationship where we grew up together, we know everything about each other. It's not necessarily that in a bad thing, but I think what is the bad part about it is when you start putting that as the pedestal for how you want your life to be. There's a difference between enjoying content and idolizing it, making it something that you want, right? I'm not talking about, oh, I want a pink Tesla one day. That's you got influenced, right? Of a product, but not necessarily of relationships, things that you can't necessarily control. You can grind for a Tesla, but you can't grind for a high school sweetheart. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's very true. And also too, going back to this, we don't know why there was issues in their marriage. We can only speculate, but a lot of times we see when high school couples, or we have that thing in the back of our minds that's like, oh, they're not going to work out through ages and time, is because one, we don't really prioritize commitment when you say that you're sticking with someone, even if y'all aren't on the same page. I think the reason why that the relationships back then made it is not I don't think social media is the necessary downfall of it. But I just think that when it comes to relationships in general, we don't actually how do I say it? We don't take it for what it is. Like when you say that you're with somebody, you with somebody. Divorce is not an option. Like when I'm in that type of thing, I don't want any type of questions or anything like that. And if you get to that point of that, then you're already done.
It's, I don't know, it's weird, but I hope and I pray that both of them will get through this, not have a messy divorce, think about the kids. And I feel like they are good parents because they are high school sweethearts, so like best friends. And I always think that best friends who have kids together are the greatest parents because they just know how you are. They understand you the best, and you're not
silly and goofy,
silly and goofy, whatever. So I feel like they were just great parents, but not great to each other to a point.
And sometimes you can lose sight of each other too. So like not even just taking the pressures out of being social media couples, but just a couple in general. Like sometimes y'all lose each other. And I hope that, I wouldn't say hope that they can reconcile their differences and get back together, because obviously who am I, right? But I wouldn't mind seeing them a couple years down the line after they had that experience of other people and stuff like that, like, you know, knowing like at the end of the day, I think friendship is the basis of every relationship. It should be the basis of all relationships. I feel like if you can't sit here and say, oh, I know I can call my significant other and be like, oh, you want to go do X, Y, and Z, do something fun or be goofy or nothing like that, they are not the one for you.
Right.
Because as we talked about before in the last podcast, if they wanted to, and this is not just for men, if they wanted to, they would. Speaking of men specifically now, you know, if a man wanted to wine and dine you, they will figure out a way to do so. They might not have it all together then, but they'll figure out a way to do so if they truly care and if they truly wanted to.
Yes. So, who are we? But we're just we're just two randos,
two little girls just talking.
But I wish them the best. I hope God shows them the path to happiness and make sure that they stay together as like emotionally, as friends, and keep the family together even though they're separated. And I honestly wish them the best. And honestly, that is a wrap for us, guys. I'm so glad that you guys tuned in to this convo. I know we don't really dabble in drama, and we will do it here and there, but not too often because that's not really I don't want to comment on
we
that.
have to talk about it because I feel like this was like one of those things is like, one, our jaws dropped to the floor. I sent this to her in a text and I was like, Can you believe it?
It was so. I was like, oh yes, we need to talk about this.
But it also ties into like kind of what we go for. Like we talk a lot about relationships and like not just significant other relationships, but best friend relationships and stuff like that. Like, I think that's more so what we focus on the most. And this was definitely a good introduction to cheating. So we want to hear from you guys, of course, as always. Do you guys think that he was justified for cheating? Do you think cheating is ever justified? And how would you feel about your significant other, spouse, or otherwise cheating?
Right.
Don't forget, we also have Delulu Diaries. We want to start doing that segment. So if you have
please.
a Delulu situation,
submit your stories
that you want us to have our 2 cents on, send it to our email or join our Discord and join the Let's Be So For Real fam. But like she said, that's our time.
Okay.
Bye, real ones.
Bye, real ones. Cool.